Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of manga hell. And today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Four Knights of the Apocalypse, chapter 52, Meliodas and Percival. A bit of a lazy title, but I guess that is technically what we're gonna be focusing on in this chapter. So I guess we're not going to go into any exciting stuff. Sad, but let's be real here. The story is still technically it's like what? It's early legs technically. So we really shouldn't be like expecting over the top excitement already. But anyways, with that said, let's get into this chapter properly. So the first page we get is Tomoda drawing Percival and Meliodas in their chibi forms as they're both saying Pipsqueak. Which, to be fair, Percival, you are a bit smaller than Meliodas, so you really shouldn't be. So even to you, Meliodas a bit taller than you. So anyways, then we have Percival standing up from the bed. It's like, you're the king of Leonis? As Meliodas just like a bit happy. Which I just remembered how Percival's hair looks like without the helmet. Like it's usually covered, but it's actually really nice hair. I wonder if it's gonna actually remain for some time without the helmet. Actually, yeah, I think I would prefer Percival without the helmet, but I do get why it's on. But I feel like it's probably easier to draw it. As anyways, then we have Meliodas be like, hey, surprised? As then Meliodas takes another that verb, as then we have Percival like laughing. It's like, no way I can believe that. A kid my age serving as king, that's crazy. As then Meliodas like, I'm older than you, at least. Which is kind of true. And then we have Percival be like, I'm 16, I'll have you know. And then Meliodas be like, 16, that's the same as my. And then we have Percival be like, what? So how old are you then? What does it matter? So yeah, I'm guessing. I just realized Meliodas is, for lack of a better term, one of, if not the oldest characters in the world right now. Like maybe there are a few elders, priests, maybe a few mythical beings like the Lady of the Lake. But for the most, but considering everything, Meliodas is probably like the oldest, while Percival is only 16, and they both look almost the same kind age. Like they both look younger than they actually are. But one is super old while the other one is just a few years too young. Looks just a few years too young. But yeah. So anyways, yes, and the whole who Milos was thinking about was his son. As even Percival like immediately realized, wait, you have a son? So yeah, I guess that's a interesting note, but it's still kind of funny. Anyways, there have Meliodas be like, but anyways, it's great to meet you, Percival. As he gives Percival your headband, uh, is he like, allow me to personally welcome you here. Anyways, then we get Percival eyes get a bit more depressed. He's like, are you really a king? So did you make him take me here? As Meliodas a bit takes note of that, as Percival like starts looking on the ground, he's like, As Percival, and it's like, what's the up, Percival? As Percival's then like all depressed, is like, look, why did you call me here? What are the four knights of the apocalypse? Could I really destroy the world at all? What's going King Arthur from Camelot like? I like how Percival still is not able to pronounce Camelot correctly, or is able to say Camelot. It's just kind of fun. Like this is all serious, but it's there's like this little line that's just supposed to be a character word that he doesn't pronounce it correctly, but still it's funny. So yes, then we have Percival, and why did Grandpa have to die anyway? So yes, then we have Meliodas be like, oh, I guess he had no idea that Percival's is that. Well, Grandpa is that. So yeah. Now, be honest, I'm not really a big fan of this kind of reaction by Percival. Like, it's not that it's bad or it makes absolutely no sense. Like, there has been some hints to Percival not being, like, over the top, happy go lucky. Like, for example, at the end of the whole conflict with Ironside when they recruit Annie, Percival was like, say, "Oh, I have to go poop," and then he went and cry about the fact how much similar his dad looks to his grandpa. So it would kind of be like, he's gonna feel kind of awkward. Like you want to match your grandpa, but the person you have to kill to avenge him is the guy who almost looks almost exactly like him, kind of thing. But it's just not really all that commonly used. It's it's kind of out of character for him. It's not completely out of character, but it's not exactly the most on the nose character thing. Like I feel like there should have been like one story or maybe a little bit more moments in the story where Percival is kind of more depressed. Like maybe there was like should have been like a chapter on some kind of area where it shows him kind of an inner conflict where it's not focused too much like an entire arc, but like it's a bit on what's going on there, like to give us more of a hint to it. But yeah, anyways, we see them. Then New Year Vargas was there, which makes sense. But anyways, then Miller's like, I plan to discuss all that once we assembled. Right now, though, join me on a walk. With you, as Mr. like, with you, King? But which honestly, the two panels makes them kind of look like they're big brother and little brother. I just not realized. I mean, guys, this is gonna look different when it's actually animated. I'm sure there's gonna be a bit more differences. Like one difference that we already know is the fact that Percival's hair is green, while Percival's is blonde. But still, I do wonder how this is gonna. But I'm guessing it's gonna be more of a noticeable difference there. It's probably just early series thing, like in similar to Eden Zero, where for the most part Shiki looked almost exactly like Natsu, but in the recent chapters Shiki got more like his own design. It's probably gonna be something like that here. So yeah. I guess we can confirm that we're not gonna be discussing all this until we have everyone gathered, which I am questioning what does that refer to. Because okay, we know okay, unless if there's like a statement that Tristan is away, there should at least be three of the four knights should be in Lyonis right now. But as for the fourth one, we don't know. It could be either any number of options, numbers of options. We don't even know which one would he be by the descriptions. But yeah, so I'm gonna say this. We'll be getting here this meeting like maybe a couple of chapters from now. Maybe the one, not the next one, but maybe the one before that or after that. So anyways, we get like a smile by Meliodas, like just call me Meliodas. So anyways, then we get Meliodas and Percival walking to a place as Meliodas tells us this is Hendrickson Free Clinic. One of Lionel's most vital spots here ain't a disease they can't cure, an instant here. Especially like, oh, I was here. Referring to the last chapter where Blizzard was passing this. As then we have Jay first coming out. It's like, Your Majesty, and the boy's back again. As man was like, yo. As man was like, as person was like, hey, the geezer with the bad back. As as we have Jay first. My back is good as new again, thanks to you. As then Hendrix like pushes him like, is like, oof. And Hendrix is like, oh, it's you. Anyways, then we have Meadows back. You're looking at Dreyfus and Hendrickson. They're both ex-Great Holy Knights. Is there a person like, are they strong? Alright, they're not the weakest characters in the story, but I would say they're more like, uh, alright, their skill is what they got over you, and maybe a bit of the power, but not much, although it seems like they've aged badly, considering Japheth's bad back in the last chapter. As anyways, then we have Hendrix and be like, where did you get that gel-like object? You stuck on this old man's back. As then Japheth is like, hey, Handy! As Japheth is pushing him down. And Hendrix is like, I'd like to examine one more closely, if possible. It vanished the moment Japheth got better. My estimate, it's, oh, wait a second. As well as like, right on to the next stop. I guess they don't want to go deal with all this. Which is actually kind of makes me wonder if this is gonna come back into play there. Like maybe Percival's gonna look into it. Maybe Hendrix is gonna look into how these Percivals are made, so maybe they're gonna be able to make like potions or something from it. But anyways, then we have Percival thinking to himself as Menace is pushing and be like, better tell Nazians about this clinic later. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the case. So yeah, I'm guessing that's almost guaranteed now. I guess I'm guessing we might get like teachers in this here for the other characters. Like I'm guessing Meliodas would teach Percival, or Lancelot would teach Percival, while I'm guessing Donnie may continue his training with Hauser, or maybe Jeff is gonna take over until Hauser returns, while Nazians will be trained by Hendrickson. So yeah, anyways, then we have Percival Meliodas be like, and this is the best forge in Lyoness. It's the home of a great holy knight, although he never took over the business. This is Hauser's house. As is, Mir's like, heck, you know him. As Mir's was like, Hauser's the guy who stuck a blade on this dragon handle. As in Mir's like, wow, him, huh? I guess he wasn't expecting the one who's gonna add a blade to the dragon handle to be Andrew's Hauser of all characters. Well, just kind of a nice callback. Anyways, then we get a craftsman or a blacksmith that who is currently in charge of here is like, Your Majesty, what brings you here today? As then we get a familiar looking character. I think it's his. Yeah, I think they gave him his name a bit. Zial. Yes. I think he's Gila's little brother, if my memory serves me correctly. And my god, those 16 years sure made him bigger. So, anyways, then we have Mills be like, just on a walk. How is the foreman doing? As that L is like, good, quite well. All of those training swords we ordered from you really helped out. I guess that's Melios speaking right now. As then we have Melios be like, this is L. He was aiming to be a holy knight once, but I guess smithing was a better match for him. So yeah, I'm guessing this is CL, the girl's brother. I wonder if this is actually gonna consider the fact it's mentioned here. I do wonder if this is gonna again refer to Jericho because spoilers, she's one of the few characters who doesn't get mentioned or anything. But we take a bit of a shot of a sky, then we get like the marketplace, as we get a bunch of character stockies. Then we have like some like well, Melios is now saying we get all kinds of peddlers, even northern barbarians and folks from Binwich to the south. As there are some of the people be like, I think one of the maids, one of the women, is like, oh, hello there, king. As they have like, hey. As they have spend again a huge van of food and goods to reach our kingdom every day. As their person was like, with, phew, all these people and stuff. Anyways, then we have person be like, by the way, Mills, what's that rumbling I've been hearing? As then we have Mersberg. Well, actually, before that, I guess that's we actually do get a question later. So I guess that's a stomping. Then we get like a shovel, black cat or something. As then we have Mills be like, you gotta try this from the black cat's yarn. They're technically competing with the boar hat, so I honestly hate to admit it, but they fish pies here are something else. And yeah, we get a shot of food. I'm not sure that's actually a dessert or something original, but yeah. Anyways, Percival eats it. It's like, it's so good. As Percival Miller's like, right, ain't it? Now I am curious if black cat's yawn is actually referring to something because I can't remember for the life of me if this was. Maybe there's gonna be a character later who's gonna be owning it or something. I don't really. No, I'm not really sure. Like a black cat isn't something that gives me any idea any doesn't remind me of anything in uh 7 8 Sins. So yeah, anyways, then we see Percival Melios on a giant who is carrying them around as we have Percival like, it tastes so good. Your pudding seems like muddled slop by comparison. To be fair, Percival, maybe it's because you had no pudding before, but I'm pretty sure that literal moldy slop would make the Menelaus pudding moldy slop would be even worse moldy slop than by comparison. So the Menelaus be like, ha, you're a pretty good jokester. Yeah, that's probably because he was starting complimenting yeah, when he wasn't calling worse. So anyways, we have a couple of civilians be like, it's the king! Hello, your majesty! As then we have the giant saying sorry, passing through folks. Now, I'm not sure this is one of the giants who was in the Cursed by Light movie, but he seems to say he's living there. Anyways, then we see a fairy that I think was in the fairy forest living there. Was in the fairy forest. It's like red berries fresh from Benwick. I feel like Benwick is something supposed to mean something, but I'm forgetting if it does. So anyways, then we have Meliodas be like, "Hey, I'll buy us some. They go great with the fish pies." Is Meliodas Percival takes note of that, and then he eats the berries. Then we have Meliodas paying to the giants like, "Thank you," and the giant's like, "Thank you very much." I guess this giant's kind of like the transport of Leonis, which I guess does kind of make sense. Although I do have to wonder about the safety, considering he's a giant walking in town. Like they should probably make a road or something for it. So yes, anyways, they have. I'm gonna say Percy will be like, "Boy, I didn't know people live with giants and fairies in Ionis." Oh yeah. I was thinking if there was a scene in Percival saw a giant, but yes, he did see that non-giant. As the Meliodas in response with, "Yep, they intermingled as they fought in the Holy War. There's not many here, mind you," which is again, it's basically saying, "Yeah, they do live here, but not very much." Very much, which that's kind of how, because imagine because let's be real, giants would probably need their own flipping village to live, and even that would probably be as big as Lyones itself. And then we have Percival be like, "But it sure looks like we get along, huh?" I guess that's actually, I think that was Meliodas, not Percival. It's kind of hard to tell because there's no lines to signal which one it is. So, anyways, then we have Percival asking, "Anyone from the Demon Clan?" As they have Meliodas of all kinds, like, "Haha, you're a funny guy. What kind of weirdo wants to live with demons?" Ironic. I guess this is just like I guess Meliodas just playing a joke on Percival. Like he's just like, oh yeah. Well, like I'm the king, so there's definitely demons. But yeah, which I do wonder if there actually are more demons here. It's just that Meliodas doesn't want to say it, or maybe like it's not safe to say it. So anyways, they were Percival be like, "Hey, I don't hate demons at all. I went to one of their villages and they'll flare. They were all really nice." As if I'm like, "Oh, that village." I guess he knows where to go first, at least. Maybe he's waiting for Gopher to arrive or something because they're taking so much free time. But anyways, then we have Percival in demon language saying, "And I made a friend amongst the demons there. One of my friends really likes their ale too." As then we have Meliodas be shocked at the fact that Percival is able to know the demon language. No, I'm not sure if this is again kind of questioning what is Percival, because there seems to be a history between Percival's grandfather and Meliodas. So him and the way Percival reacted to it, he was kind of surprised the fact that he knows it, but he knows the language, but maybe it's something else. I'm not really sure. It's like very quick. It's not even all that elaborate upon, but it does make you wonder. So is there a person like, "Hey, what do you think I just said?" As then we have Meliodas respond to him with demon language, but, "Well, if you ask me, the ale that they make has a long, long, long way to go." I guess Meliodas what he wants is going to the whole business competition type of guy. So yes, Peso is shocked as Peso's like, "Huh? Why do you know Demon's Clan's language?" As then we have Meliodas be like, "That's what I want to ask you." So yeah, Meliodas doesn't seem to know why Peso is able to know it. As then we have Meliodas saying, "Okay, we are here." As then we have Percival on a mount to be like, "Wow." As then we see like a shot of of Lyonis a bit. Like we see the villages, like a few yeah, well, not villages. We see a few buildings there, as well as the wall around it, and a few mountains. Like we see, like in a way, in Percival's words, pretty nice view. Well, in Melos's words, pretty nice view, huh? And Percival's like, wow, I can even see little towns and villages past Lyonis. Which is true, like you can see them too. Anyways, then we see like a bit of a castle still on to the side, as we have Mayo saying, "See that tiny castle atop that mountain? That's Darkmont's, a small nation. It's over there It's led by Guillermo. He used to be a holy knight in Lyones. Guillermo, if you don't remember, he's like the third member of the Gildard's friendship group with Hauser. He's the one who had I think the second princess of Lyones. I guess those two became together and made their own kingdom, or at least castle, to rule over. So I guess he's not with the Holy Knight there, but I'm guessing they still get together. Like I wouldn't be surprised if whenever we get that meeting, he and Veronica, I think her name was, or Viola. And I know it was one of those two, but I can't put my fingers on exactly which one. I bet those two were together. I bet those two are gonna also kind of participate. Maybe I don't really know. It's not really elaborated upon again. And then we have Percival being super happy. He's like, well, even after this little walk, I sure can tell that people who live in and around Leon must be really happy. As then we have like a bunch of rustling. I'm guessing that's the wind. As then we have Meliodas smiling a bit. As then we get his hair getting covered. As we get like a bit more of a serious. We get basically the serious moment with everything going dark around them, as Meliodas like, well, that's going away soon. The people, the nations, the land, everything. As Percival was a bit shocked by that answer, well, statement, and then Percival looks at him a bit nervous, as Meliodas like, Percival, you have to help us. End of chapter. And yeah, now, I am kind alright. Now, what could this statement be about them needing help and what Arthur's planning? Well, it's very unclear what exactly it could be. Like, there's nothing about it that exactly states that about Arthur's plans that really so far seem to hear like a big doomsday scenario. Like, there is nothing from what we can tell. I mean, there probably is some doomsday scenario. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna wipe out plans to wipe out like these places where there's a bunch of a bunch of interspecies relationships like Leones or those forests with fairies and giants, a demon village. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there are plans to wipe these places out in an instant. So I guess that's what he's referring to. But so far we haven't got like any direct statements about Arthur's plans outside of I want a bride. Go get me a bride. I say go get me a bride. Pelgar, I I suggest you go help Einstein find me a bride. Go get me a bride. Like that's all we really have gotten of Arthur so far. So I am a bit curious on what exactly they're referring here. So yeah. Now I'm guessing we might get like a basic explanation in the next chapter or like a big more of a overround. Although I could also see the next chapter mostly focusing on like other characters who we haven't seen, like Gildart or Gilla. Even that woman who was into Gilda, though she was into Drafe, until she changed her mind, was into Dreyfus. Maybe even like maybe even getting Lancelot to getting the dagger for Donnie, or like maybe them chasing, looking at it in like end of chapters, like when we are like, oh, they come to Meliodas and Percival, we got like completely skip the conversation, and they're like, oh, hey, why don't you, all right, we have to have a serious meeting, we, and then we like cut in the end chapter, we get like a when them all in the throne room, or how maybe I could even see like them Lancelot and actually I could see Lancelot and Donnie kind of splitting themselves into two groups. One with Lancelot, one with Donnie, and I'm looking for Percival because outside or because those are like the only two who actually have knowledge of this place. Well, and Nazis will probably just get lost. Now, even with Donnie, I would say they'll probably just get lost. But yeah, I guess that could be what we're getting. Like with maybe the group that doesn't have Tristan would probably actually no, either Lancelot or Donnie, both of them would probably know who Tristan is. But like maybe that they're gonna encounter Tristan there. But yeah, we'll see what exactly is happening right now. There's nothing stating that the so yeah, there's nothing exactly that I would say. I could either see this going to a serious thing, or the next chapter will still be a bit more jokey. with its ending getting alright, we're gonna start explaining to you some serious shit and explain what the hell happened during these 16 years. But yeah, that's about it for this chapter. So, anyways, I hope you like this reaction. I hope you leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.